and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about podcasts that I love. So I've really gotten into podcasts. I used to listen to music all the time when I was in my car, and since I have to commute to work, which takes about like 25 minutes, and commute to school and just do general things around the house and stuff, at like cooking dinner and just getting ready and stuff, showering, I really like listening to podcasts. And even at work I listen to podcasts. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to, but I do it anyways. I mean, it's like music. It's a little more, I do like some monotonous things at work, so sometimes it's nice to throw on a podcast and just listen to someone and have like a little bit of some laughs at your desk and just look around and be like, did anyone just hear me laugh? Because that's me every day. But anyways, I'm going to share with you my favorite podcasts. I have my little list of podcasts here, and I'm going to start with the ones that I listen to the most, which are just the reality TV based ones. First one, which is my absolute favorite, is called Adderall and Compliments, and it is Annabelle DeSisto is the person. She's a comedian and she's hilarious, like so hilarious. And if you're into just like Real Housewives and reality TV and things like that, she recaps them and gives her 2 cents, and she's so funny. And she has like an unofficial co-host, Megan Granger, and she's also a comedian, and she's hilarious also. And they're just like banter back and forth, and their chemistry is just really good, and I really enjoy listening to her podcast because she's just so funny. Once you like, if you do listen to her voice is a little like different than normal, but once you listen to it a lot, you don't even notice, and it's like kind of soothing. And she calls her voice the baby stripper voice because it's really high pitched, but she's just hilarious, so I'd give that one a try. This podcast comes out like twice a week usually. She's pretty frequent and good about it. The second podcast I really like to listen to is called Straight Up with Stassi, and it's by Stassi Schroeder. She's on Vanderpump Rules. If you guys watch that show on Bravo, she's just really sarcastic and really funny, and she really likes fashion, and she has a lot of the other like co-stars of Vanderpump Rules on, and I just really like her because I think she's just really funny and sassy and stuff like that. Stassi's comes out like once a week. So third, I really like listening to the podcast called I Don't Get It, and that's by Ashley I from The Bachelorette, and her sister Lauren and then her friend Naz are also on it. And it's just really funny because it's like about things they don't get. Like, they started it because they don't get why they've never had a boyfriend. They share like their dating stories and things like that, and it's just really funny, just perspective to listen to. And Ashley I is just unapologetically herself and just hilarious. And so if you guys are like a Bachelor fan, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise fan, Ashley also talks about being on The Bachelor and the Bachelor fam and stuff like that, all the people that she hangs out with, and just her experiences in general. So that's like a little behind the scenes and just a funny podcast to listen to. And then another one that is more of like reality related, it's called Juicy Scoop. It's by a comedian. She's really funny. She was on Chelsea Lately. What I really liked was she did a series called Serial Sister, and it was about just all these stories. Like, she would do like each podcast like every week or something like that, for like maybe like 10 podcasts or something like that. She would do a little series about her sister and because her family is a little dysfunctional, and her brother's in jail, and her sister, just, they have a really tumultuous relationship. So she just talks about all the things that her sister has like done to her and her family situation. So that was just really interesting. And then she also has another like series, I haven't listened to a lot of it. It's like dating, I forgot what she called it, like serial dating, I think it was. And there was a story about like a guy that she had these like 3 women on, and this guy had dated all of them at the same time, but none of them knew about the other one. So it was like how they found out and just all that story. So that was pretty interesting. And now moving on to more of like the nutrition aspect, I really like listening to, it's called Raw Talk with Sheena, and it is by Sheena Menina. And I actually heard about it because she's one of Stassi's really good friends. So she does more of like the holistic, natural. That's just really interesting, just like different than not just talking about reality and TV and stuff like that. Just to talk about, I'm really into nutrition and health, and I'm a vegan, so just I really like listening to those podcasts. And when she advocates for like veganism and eating plant-based, I really approve of that, so I like listening to it. Another one that is like spiritual, like kind of out there, it is called Healing Powers, I think it's just Healing Powers. It's by Laura Powers, and she's a medium. She was on Raw Talk with Sheena, so that's how I found out about her. And they talked about just like aliens and just spiritual, like she's a medium, so just how she learned about her powers and what she does with them. It was just really interesting, and if you guys are into that kind of stuff, her podcast is pretty cool. She interviews different people, and I know that she has a book out, and I want to read that. It's just about her like life with her like powers or whatever. So once I do read that, if you guys are interested, I can give a little synopsis and if I liked it or not. So those are my 6 podcasts that I really enjoy listening to on a daily basis. But if you guys have any other ones that you would like to recommend for me, please do, because I'm always looking for a great podcast. I love listening to them whenever I can. So please recommend, comment below. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!